Honestly, I don't really know how to begin this video. Um, I've tried a few times to make this now, and every time I just end up deleting it because I get at a loss of words. But I'll figure it out. Um, so yeah, it's been almost 2 full years since any of you guys have heard from me last. I haven't streamed, I haven't uploaded any type of gameplay or any type of video clip to my channel. And I just want to start off by saying I'm really sorry about that. It's not that I didn't want to stream, it's just like physically I couldn't. Um, I would get really, really sick whenever, I thought about streaming or playing any type of video game for that matter. Like I would turn on my PlayStation, getting ready to play a game, and then I would just get super sick. So I just couldn't, it wasn't healthy, so I didn't stream, I didn't game. And yeah, I apologize for that. I know you guys got really accustomed to, me streaming every night for several hours at a time, and, my stream was just a place for you guys to kind of hang out and chill, after a long day of school or whatever, or college. And so yeah, that's kind of the reason why I took a 2-year hiatus from, my channel, I guess. With regards to this gameplay, this is, Solo versus Five's H1Z1 gameplay. This clip was from like October of 2018 or something crazy, so it's definitely not recent. I haven't played this game since like late 2018, so I doubt anybody plays it anymore, but
Where that kid went.
yeah. If you're wondering why I decided, my first video back in a couple of years, why I picked a dead game and an old video from a dead game, it's number one because I haven't really gamed at all. Like I haven't I took a full year off of gaming within the 2 years it's been, and just lately I just started gaming again with a couple cousins, but it's on and off, and we don't really play that much. And I haven't played any of the new CODs or any of the new Battle Royales. I haven't played like the last 4 CODs other than Call of Duty World War II or whatever. And I've played none of the Call of Duty Battle Royales. So yeah, this was it. And honestly, this game is so sexy, so reminiscing on old H1Z1 clips is cool in my opinion. Because this game was highly underrated, and which is really sad to me because, yeah, you can say the game was clunky and stuff, but it was just fun. Like, nothing matches it. Like, honestly, this and Call of Duty, there's nothing even close, and I've played a ton of games. You can solo grind this, or you can game with 4 other friends, so, I don't know. But yeah, that's my reasoning. Anyways, last time you guys saw me stream or upload or play anything, I was living in Minnesota with my mom and dad, and I didn't have a job or anything. I was just doing school, so it was just school and streaming. Those are like the main 2 things in my life going on. Since that time, I have a degree in business marketing, and just a few months ago I quit my job. I was a marine technician for the largest water skiing and wakeboarding dealerships in Minnesota. I think in the whole Midwest, but Minnesota for sure. I worked there for like 15, 16 months or something like that. The reason why I quit that job, one of the main reasons why, is because like 7, 8 months ago, my mom decided she wanted to move back to Colorado, where my dad and her went to school. They both went to the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. So my mom, to force my dad's hand, she decided to get a townhouse in Colorado for my uncle. And so my uncle got her a sweet townhouse that he purchased a long time ago, and she's working as a secretary for his law firm, I believe. And my dad and I are selling our house in Minnesota so my dad can move to Colorado with my mom. But yeah, so I quit my job so I could help my dad finish the house. We had a completely unfinished garage, and most of the basement was unfinished because I would shoot hockey pucks and soccer balls and stuff, and I'd shoot like paintball guns and airsoft guns in the house, well, at least in the basement. So we decided, executive decision to not do like insulation and drywall, so I wouldn't just destroy everything and shoot holes in the drywall with hockey pucks. So yeah, my dad and I are finishing up the garage and the basement, fully doing everything. So once my dad and I finish up the basement, which is going to be done in the next couple days, my dad is going to put our house on the market. And probably in the next like week to 2 weeks max, I would say tops 2 weeks. And it should sell pretty quickly, at least that's the plan. But yeah, once the house sells, I'm gonna head out. I promised my dad I would stay in Minnesota and help him do everything around the house that we need. We've already moved out like 90% of everything to Colorado. With moving trucks, my dad and I were just renting like 16-foot U-Haul or budget trucks and just driving them out to my mom in Colorado. But yeah, once the house sells, my dad is gonna head to Colorado, out west to Colorado, to live with my mom, and I'm gonna head to New York City to start my own adventure.
I'm gonna just try to get the drive.
And if you guys are wondering why New York City, like, I come from like a decent sized city in Minnesota. It's like 65,000. But going from like a mediocre sized city to like the biggest city in the US by far. If you're wondering why I'm doing that, it's because like growing up, my family and I, we used to watch the ball drop every New Year's Eve. And Minnesota doesn't really have like an official ball drop. There's nothing crazy. Like Minneapolis is a pretty big city, same with St. Paul, but we don't have anything special, not like New York does. So we'd always watch at 11 p.m. the midnight ball drop in Times Square in New York City. Every time they'd do the countdown and the ball would drop, they would play New York, New York by Frank Sinatra, and all the people, like millions of people out there cheering. And when they would play that song, there's something about it, like the bright lights, the city, that lifestyle, that's always like attracted me, and I've been obsessed with it. So I decided I'm gonna go try that out. I'll probably be there within the next month or two, honestly. Plan on just packing up my car with all my belongings and just heading out. And I'm doing it the crazy way, the stupid way, but I think the most adventurous way. I don't have any reservations there. Like, I don't have a job lined up. I do not have
he got his head ripped off.
Like living arrangements, like an apartment or anything like that. I don't have friends out there, family out there. But I'm gonna just go there and figure it out and just make it, type of thing. And I think it's gonna be really, really cool. It'll be scary as hell, but that's kind of like, why not? Gotta shit your pants every once in a while, right? So yeah. Just a little quick thing on my family. So like I said, my mom is in Colorado. She has a townhouse. My dad's gonna be in Colorado soon. And then my two sisters, my twin sister, she is stationed out in Cheyenne, Wyoming as a helicopter pilot for the Air Force. And it was really cool. I got to go to Alabama to watch her graduate from flight school. and see
wow.
her get
Threw me right
my
off.
mom's old wings, because my mom was a lieutenant colonel of the Air Force. She was a helicopter pilot. So she's following in her footsteps, which is really cool, and is one of the coolest things I've seen. And yeah, and then my oldest sister, she graduated from Notre Dame. I don't know if she's going to school when you guys were, when I was streaming, but she now works for like a survey company in Utah, and she's doing really well. And just a couple days ago, she moved in with her boyfriend, so they got a place together in Utah. So yeah, my whole family's out west, and I'm gonna go due east.
There's at least 3 in this
And it's
top
not anything to do with family. I have
baby?
a 10 out of 10 family. I would not trade it for the world, and like, I mean that. But I've always kind of been like a leech. That's the best word I can think of. Like, I lived with my parents forever. Like, I'm 25, and I haven't really done anything on my own. So, you know, why not? Why not try to, you know, do something? And so yeah, like I said, I have nothing in New York. I have nothing. I know it's expensive as fuck. I saved up a ton of money. At work, I was grinding like a mofo. I would go into work. I would take a shower. So my work was 8 to 5. As a marine technician, we get like a 1-hour lunch. You could take it if you wanted or whatever. But I would go in. I'd take a shower at like 4 a.m.
Kid really got out to rip
Be done at 4:30, and then drive an hour to work. Work was in the middle of nowhere, like really nowhere in Minnesota. So I'd drive an hour to work, and then I would work from 5:30 to like 7. So I'd be the first one there by
baby.
an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I would be the last one to
That hurt
leave. The managers would have to kick me out every time. So I'd have long days, but I purposely did that to make as much money as possible. And I was working hard as shit. So
No gas.
the marine technician, you get bonuses for efficiency and how many build hours you get. So like in a regular week, it's 35 build hours is like if you have 100% efficiency after taking lunches, like an hour lunch or whatever.
It's like a camping right there.
Because there's 40 hours in a week, but then there's the 1-hour lunch, so there's 35. So I was doing like over 100, some weeks like 110 build hours. So I was getting just an insane bonus for high efficiency. I wasn't taking lunches, and I was, you know, coming in a couple hours early and staying late a couple hours late, and yeah, rinse and repeat. So I would basically get up at 4, get home at 8. I don't know, hour drive there, hour drive back. So yeah, I was pretty exhausted by the end of the day. One quick little story from work. So it was like 5:30 on a Thursday night, right? Work was already done. You know, 30 minutes ago, everybody was gone except for a couple managers. And I was doing a really hard job, and I'm like, I don't really want to start this job, you know, Friday morning. I want to finish it tonight. I want to ruin my Friday. I want to have an easy day Friday. So I'm working on this job on a boat, and I'm like, alright, this isn't going too well, so I'm like, screw this. I'm going home. So I punch out for the day. I get in my car. Then I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not ruining my Friday. So I get out of my car, go back in. I didn't even punch in. I was working completely for free. I decide to be so frustrated that, like, I wasn't watching where I was stepping in the boat. I badly crushed my foot to the point where I broke 6 bones in one toe. Can't fix it type shit. It's kind of just like a dead weight type thing now. But yeah, so crushed it. I was in a lot of pain, to say the least. And I went over to my manager, stumbled over it, and I said, dude, I think I messed up my foot. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude.
Thanks, boys.
You know, and I pulled off my sock, and I was like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, he looked at it first, I looked at it second, I looked at his reaction, I almost threw the fuck up type of thing. But yeah.
They have enough
so
meds, so good on heels.
I drove myself to the urgent care. I didn't want to go, but you know, my manager forced me, and he said like workers comp and all this, and like, dude, you don't want to have like issues down the line. So I went and I got an X-ray right away. Doc comes back and says, "Oh, dude, actually, there's nothing wrong." And then he's like, and then like 20 minutes later, right? Like he's just gonna send me off. He's like, take ibuprofen. Then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, dude, never mind. You fractured 6 bones in your left toe, or like toe in your left foot." I'm like, all right, sick, doc. So yeah, now I have a gimp left toe. Fun little fact. But it's better than having a gimp wiener.
Oh, does this kid really not have the M40? Damn.
But anyways, one of the main
I
reasons
thought
why I
this
was
kid did have the
working
M40.
so hard was because I was trying to get over, you know, a breakup. And
Punching the shot.
I learned that the best way to get over it was to work myself to the bone so that I had no energy, no free
Who the
time
hell's
to
the
even
M40?
think
Oh, it's this
about
kid.
things I messed up and
Oh, I
this
got
and
it.
that, and think about bad times. And I'm not gonna say it's like 100% got me over it,
No?
but it helped.
What the hell?
Don't get me wrong, it helped. Because I learned the more free time I had to sit there and dwell on mistakes and this and that, the harder it hurt and the sicker I got. And I was like, I can't live life like this. Not only did I think that, my parents, they wanted me to get the hell out of the house and, you know, start working. They know how smart I am. They know how capable I am. I'm not trying to be egotistical. I'm just, you know, just
Here's
parents.
M40.
But yeah. And I was like, you know, why not work all damn day long if I'm not gonna be dating anybody? You know, why not just try to make as much money as possible and work these insane hours when, you know, if I ever do get in another relationship, I won't obviously be able to be gone for the whole damn day and expect, you know, for a healthy relationship. So it's my way to cope.
Damn, it's a 4v1.
Basically, was working and making money while coping, I guess. It's kind of weird as it seems. And just for any of you guys that, you know, are going through any tough things, like, I'm not talking just like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, like a breakup type thing. I'm talking about like the loss of, you know, a dog or, you know, a family member. The worst possible thing you can do is stay in bed and mope and dwell. You have to get the hell out of bed. It's like that common cliche of like, you gotta stay busy, you gotta stay active. So if you just sit there, you will slowly just die. I'm not kidding. You'll not want to eat. You'll not want to go outside. You won't want to do anything. Hanging out with friends, people will call you, and you just will you'll be like a deadbeat, like a recluse, and it's not good. It's not healthy. So, you know, you can dwell over something for a little bit, but you gotta just do stuff that keeps your mind busy.
Let's go, baby.
It'll help. I'm not
Let's
saying
go,
it's the
baby.
cure-all,
Uh.
but it will help. And yeah, here we are at the end of the gameplay, end of the video. Hopefully for the ones that watch the video the whole way through, hope you have a little bit more insight to why, you know, I kind of was AFK for 2 years. And please leave comments. Anything. I'm excited to see, you know, where you guys are at and what's going on with you peeps. I'll reply to them. And thank you as always for watching.